Well, how do we one cow your average sim racer here? It is this is week 10,
60 kilometers per hour.
week 11
All clear on pit exit.
of season 3 for iRacing, and we are at a new track for the supercar. This is was it Oschersleben? It's a German track if I remember correctly. And immediately there you would have noticed that the tight pit entry there, so you got to, I think the first corner go through in second, and the second one you're almost going back to first to get out of there. So that's one I'm sure you'll get a bit of practice at exiting the pits this week, but it is one that's easy to stuff up if you don't pay attention. Now it's actually a pretty cool little track. SRW raced here a bit over a week ago. So I have had a couple of races around here now. So hopefully I've got something to show you guys. But it is a fun little track. I might just adjust my seat. No spot. No, it's too far. Alright. Now there's a couple of spots where you're going to be careful with off tracks, and that's one of them. I think as long as you keep your inside wheels of the car inside that white line, yeah, you're not fine. You're going to be fine. Sorry. So yeah, it looks. Apart from that, you know, it's quite a good flowing track, and you know, it's fun to race. All right, so we're coming now near the end here. Now you can use all this exit here, and you want to brake just before the start of that triangle and go back to second, and try and really get on the gas and use all of the exit if you can. Alright, so our first braking zone, now there's a hut on the right up here. We're looking to probably brake just as we get past it, maybe just before the yellow line. You're going back to third, trying to tuck in, and then back to second. Now you wide apex it a little bit if you can, or double apex it so you can get on the gas, short shift, and again try to use all of that exit. Braking just before the overhead beam. Now on this gear ratio, I think I'm running 1074, so I'm going back to second. I think some guys have tried to use 1130 around here, but I couldn't get it to work. Alright, braking just before you enter, back to fourth and then back to third, and you can even get back on the accelerator, back to second for this corner here. But again, it's a lot about lines as you go through there. Feeding on the accelerator. Alright, so here's the chicane, you go up to fourth. I brake back to third. Now you could go through it in fourth, but you really need to be back at third to maximise your exit for this straight. Alright, now we're braking at the 100 board, I think, and going right back to third, or second actually I should say. You could probably go back to third if you get a good run, but that actually worked out alright for me there. And then braking a bit wide, but as I said, you can use a bit of the exit there. Alright, well there's a quick lap of Oschersleben, or don't slide wide and wreck it. Oh, we did stuff that a little, we've lost a few tenths. We did 127, that possibly could have been a 26 if I did that right. Now you can get over those curves a little bit because the weight of the car, you know, will lift up. As for setup, I'm still using the setup that I used. So obviously the VRS setup hasn't come out to this week. So when we raced it, I ended up using a variant of my Red Bull ring setup that I seem to keep going back to, and it actually worked pretty good around here. And as you can see, the car does seem pretty compliant. All right. Now this is a corner here that I think if you stay tight at, again, a hard place to pass, I think, if you protect those inside lines. So you can go through that in fourth, but you really need to get back to third so you can get on that run there. Alright. So we're down a couple of tenths, but we did stop this other part up here. So third, that's better. See, it didn't. And we've already found a couple of tenths back. And same thing here. Can go back to third or do it in fourth. Just tried to go a bit deep there, but we're... Alright, well we found a few tenths, so this will be somewhere in the sixes. I think this is full fuel, so 72 litres I started on. Alright, we'll go around once more and show you guys the pit entry. There you go. I see just a bit more of that curving. Whoa. A bit wide there. And you can see there I've given up, what, 3/10. 2/10 on the exit, but I did get a better exit. So, really want to stay down in that corner because it's cambered and you can use a fair bit of the exit there.
Sector 1 time is good.
Alright. And this is actually my first attempt at this track guide. So I haven't raced here for about a week, and you know, I don't think it's a particularly hard track, but it's nice and flowing. It's good fun to drive. Oh, we slid a bit wide there, and you have a look and see how much that cost me. 3/10, maybe 4, just getting a little bit of a slide exit. So you can see how important that corner is. Alright. Now the pit entry is not particularly difficult here, but you do need to be a little careful, because it's a big corner up here. Almost a little bit like Winton where you're going back to first. And it's a long road in. And hard to find a good brake marker there. I thought about halfway along that straight section there before you broke. I probably broke a little bit early, but I don't think it's one that's really gonna, you know, scare you and cause a situation where you get that drive-through penalty for speeding its pit lane. But you never know. If you don't take a bit of care, you can always get yourself in trouble. Alrighty guys, well there is a quick look at Oschersleben. It's a pretty fun track, and hopefully a few of you get out there and buy it, because it's got quite a nice flow and quite fun to drive. Anyway guys, this is Carry Average Sim Racer signing off. Of course, if you are enjoying the content, please give me a like and subscribe, but hopefully we'll see you out on track. Take it easy.